honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, the official draw will commence shortly. Please take your seats, turn off your mobile phones, or set them to silent mode. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome our host for the AFC Champions League 2 2024-25 group stage draw, Colette Wong.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Intercontinental Kuala Lumpur in the capital city of Malaysia. My name is Colette Wong. I am so delighted to be here today to bring you the group stage draw for the 2024-25 season of the AFC Champions League 2. Now, this is the new second-tier men's club competition for Asia and an important landmark for the continent, with a total of 32 teams vying for glory, the biggest number of clubs across the AFC's tournaments. Now, the teams come from 23 different member associations, and that promises to shape up into some very thrilling group stage action for the stars of Asia. Of course, the revamp of this competition is only possible because of its predecessor, the AFC Cup, which has set the stage and standards for so long over its 19 seasons. So before we move on, please turn your attention to the screen to relive some of the finest memories.
I'm outside on the road, money coming in fast, make sure I get more. I know, working all day long, running my whole life, not just on these songs I know.
Some fantastic highlights you've just seen there, and 13 different winners, some of whom will be in contention again this time around. And now, to find out what these 32 teams in the draw will be in for, let's discover what the AFC Champions League 2 will be all about by turning your attention back to the screen. So there you have it. New anthem, new colors, and new branding. That all looked fantastic, didn't it? And it goes without saying that there will also be a brand new piece of silverware for the winners of the AFC Champions League too. So to help us with the unveiling, please let me invite on stage now the chairperson of the AFC Competitions Committee, Dr. Chuan Kwok-chung. All right, Dr. Chuan, you know, this is a moment that we've all been waiting for, the unveiling of the brand new trophy. So we're going to do it together. We're going to do a countdown in 3, 2, 1. All yours. Thank you very much, Dr. Chuan. And look at that. Isn't that a work of art? It is a stunning trophy to add to the AFC suite of club competitions, as well as to the cabinet of the AFC Champions League 2 champions. And someone who would know all about lifting trophies is also here with us today, having traveled to be a part of this draw ceremony this afternoon as a draw assistant. In fact, he has won the AFC Cup 3 times in a row, and that's a record that is unmatched. So let's find out more about our guest today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hamadi Ahmed. Hamadi, so good to see you here today. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you have a big job on your hands, so please kindly take your position behind the draw stands. Wow. So we have Mr. Hamadi with us today, but he is going to be joined by someone else this afternoon, and that person is our draw conductor. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Shinman Gill, the AFC Deputy General Secretary of Competitions and Football.
Thank you, Colette and Hamadi. A very good afternoon to everyone. I just want to start by congratulating all 32 clubs that have made it to the group stage of AFC Champions League 2, which is shaping up to be a truly exciting competition. It's a competition that has been designed to showcase Asia's most promising teams, which is another clear example of AFC's commitment to its vision and mission. I'm confident that we will witness incredible and unpredictable football actions in this very first group stage of Champions League 2. And before we move on to the draw, let us have a look at how the draw will work.
AFC Champions League 2 2024-2025 Group Stage Draw Mechanism. Based on the confirmation of entries, the following 32 participating clubs will participate in the AFC Champions League 2 2024-2025 Group Stage as listed below. 32 participating clubs will be divided into 8 groups, 4 groups for the West region and 4 groups for the East region, with each group to be played in a home and away league format as follows. Participating clubs of each region are seeded into 4 pots in accordance with the principles set by the AFC and the AFC Club Competitions ranking utilized for the slot allocation. Participating clubs from the same MA shall not play against each other. The draw software shall ensure that country protection is applied not only to the participating clubs already drawn, but also to those yet to be drawn to prevent any deadlock situation. The draw will commence with the West region in the order of Pot 1, Pot 2, Pot 3, and Pot 4. Each pot will be completely emptied before moving on to the next pot. Participating clubs from Pot 1 will be drawn into position 1 of each group in alphabetical order. Subsequently, participating clubs from Pot 2 will be drawn into position 2 of the first possible group in alphabetical order, taking into consideration the country protection principle. The same procedures shall apply for all remaining participating clubs in the order of Pot 3 and Pot 4. Similarly, the same procedures shall apply for the East region. This shall conclude the draw for the AFC Champions League 2 2024-2025 group stage.
And now we know how the teams will be divided in the draw, and it's a time for us to have a closer look at these 16 participating clubs from the West. A very strong lineup in the West, and now we will start with the group stage draw for these 16 clubs from the West. Now we have Mr. Hamadi here to help us out. Hamadi, can you take the ball, first ball from pot 1?
Yes, the very first club out of the pot is Al Wakra SC from Qatar. They are, of course, the 2024 Qatar Cup winners, and they're returning to AFC Club competition for the first time since the Asian Club Championship in 2002.
Al Wakra from Qatar goes to A1.
Al-Ta'awun FC.
Al Tawoon FC from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They finished 4th in the 2023 and 24 Saudi Pro League. They did reach the round of 16 in the 2020 AFC Champions League.
Al Town from Saudi Arabia in B1.
Fulad Mubarak Sabahan SC.
Fulad Mubarak Sepahan FC from Iran. They were the 2007 AFC Champions League runners-up, two-time quarterfinalists as well in 2011 and 2012.
Fulad Mubarak Sepahan from Islamic Republic of Iran goes to C1.
Shabab Ahli.
And indeed, Shabab Al Ahly from the United Arab Emirates, 8-time domestic league winners. They also reached the 2015 AFC Champions League final, where they finished runners-up.
Shabab Al Ali from UAE in D1. Now we can move to pot 2.
Tractor FC.
From Iran, Tractor FC finished 4th in the Iran League last season. They are also two-time round of 16 finishers in the AFC Champions League in 2016 as well as 2021.
Tractor from Iran in A2.
Air Force SC.
Yes, Hamadi's team, Air Force SC of Iraq, joint record 3-time AFC Cup winners. And that, by the way, is a feat which is unmatched because they won all of those 3 titles back-to-back.
Air Force from Iraq in B2.
BFC Nasaf.
From Uzbekistan, PFC Nasaf, the 2023 Uzbekistan Cup winners. That was their 4th title, which they picked up. They are also the 2021 AFC Cup champions.
PFC Nasaf from Uzbekistan in D2.
Sharjah FC.
That's right, the last team out of pot number 2 is Sharjah FC from the UAE, 6-time domestic league winners. They've also reached the ACL quarterfinals back in 2004.
The Sharjah from UAE will be in C2. Now we can move to pot 3.
Mohan Bagan Sport Giant.
Mohan Bagan, Supergiant from India, of course. They were the champions of the Indian Super League last season. They have also reached the AFC Cup Interzone playoffs twice in 2021 and 2022.
Mohan Bagan Supergiant in A3.
Al Khaldiya SC.
Al Khaldiya SC from Bahrain. They are the Bahraini Premier League champions from last season. That was their 2nd title and their 2nd in a row.
Al Khaldiya from Bahrain in B3.
FC استقلال.
The third team out of pot 3, FC Istiklal. They are the 2023 Tajikistan Higher League champions, winning it for a record 12th time. And they are also two-time AFC Cup runners-up back in 2015 and 2017.
Istiklal from Tajikistan in C3.
Al Hussein.
Al Hussein of Jordan, the Jordanian Pro League champions from last season, returning to the AFC Club competition for the first time since the 2005 AFC Cup, where they reached the quarterfinals.
Al Hussein from Jordan, that goes to D3. Now we can move to pot 4.
FC Rafshan.
FC Ravshan, they were finished second in the 2023 Tajikistan Higher League, two-time domestic league champions.
FC Rafshan in A4.
Altin Asir FC.
Altin Asir FC from Turkmenistan. They did reach the 2018 AFC Cup final, the first Turkmen side to ever do so.
Altin Arsin from Turkmenistan, that goes to B4.
Al Wahdat.
Al Wahdat from Jordan, 17-time domestic league champions. They are also three-time AFC Cup semi-finalists. They reached the last four in 2006, 2007, and 2011.
Al Wahdat Jordan, that goes to C4.
Kuwait SC.
And the last team out of pot number 4 is none other than Kuwait SC, the Kuwaiti Premier League champions from last season. They are also joint record three-time AFC Cup winners.
Kuwait SC in D4. And that completes the draw for the West. And now we'll move on to the East. And just like we did previously, let's take a look at the participating clubs from the East. The 16 teams, each of whom will be aiming to become the champion for the first time in this competition. And of course, once again, we have Hamari to help me out. Can we take the ball from the pot one?
Sunfresh Hiroshima.
Sunfresh Hiroshima of Japan, of course, finished third in J1 League in 2023. They are three-time domestic league champions and have made 5 ACL appearances.
Sunfresh Hiroshima from Japan, that goes to E1.
Zhejiang FC.
Zhejiang FC from China. They were third in the 2023 Chinese Super League, and they have made 2 ACL appearances.
Zhejiang FC from People's Republic of China, that goes to F1.
Bangkok United.
Bangkok United from Thailand, the Thai FA Cup winners from last season. That was their first ever title in the FA Cup, and they have also made 3 ACL appearances.
Bangkok United from Thailand, that goes to G1.
Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors FC.
Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors FC are, of course, the 2-time ACL champions, having won it in 2006 as well as 2016. And they have made 16 ACL appearances, which is the most by any Korean club.
Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors from Korea, that goes to H1. Now we can do the draw for pot 2.
Sydney FC.
Sydney FC from Australia, the first team out of pot 2. They are, of course, the record 5-time A-League men's champions and have made 7 ACL appearances.
Sydney from Australia, that goes to E2.
Port FC.
From Thailand, it is Port FC who finished third in the Thai League 1 last season. They have made 1 appearance in the ACL.
Port FC from Thailand in F2.
Nam Dinh FC.
Yes, it is Nam Dinh FC from Vietnam, the V-League 1 winners from last season, and they are the only team in the draw set to make their AFC Club competition debut.
Nam Dinh FC from Vietnam in G2.
Selangor FC.
Selangor FC from Malaysia, a very, very popular team here in Kuala Lumpur. The 2023 Malaysia Super League runners-up. They're returning to AFC Club competition for the first time since the 2016 AFC Cup.
Selangor FC from Malaysia in H2. Now we can move to pot 3.
Kaya FC, Iloilo.
That's right, Kaya FC Iloilo from the Philippines, the Philippines Football League champions of 2024. They also won the PFL Cup in 2023 for a record third time.
Kaya FC Iloilo from Philippines, that goes to E3.
Lion City Silaros FC.
Lion City Sailors FC from Singapore, former SPL champions. They have made 2 appearances in the ACL, and we're looking forward to watching them play.
Lion City Sailors from Singapore in F3.
Liman.
Liman from Hong Kong. They are none other than the Hong Kong Premier League champions of 2023-24. They have made 2 appearances in the AFC Cup in 2021 and 2022.
Liman from Hong Kong, China, that will be in G3.
Hong Kong United.
And the last team out from pot number 3 is none other than Wongtong United from Thailand. They are the 2010 AFC Cup semi-finalists, and they're returning to AFC Club competition for the first time since the 2017 AFC Champions League.
Wangtong United from Thailand in H3. Now we can go to pot 4.
Eastern.
Yes, the first team out of pot 4 is Eastern from Hong Kong. They are the Hong Kong FA Cup winners from 23-24. That was their 6th title, and they have reached the inter-zone playoff semi-finals in the AFC Cup. That was in 2022.
Eastern from Hong Kong, China in E4.
Tampines Rovers FC.
Tampines Rovers FC, the second team from the Singapore Premier League. They finished 3rd in the SPL in 2023. They are 4-time quarterfinalists in the AFC Cup in 05, 06, 07, and 2016.
Tampines Rovers from Singapore in G4.
Persib Bandung.
Persib Bandung from Indonesia. They are the Indonesia Liga 1 champions from last season. They did reach the round of 16 in the AFC Cup. That was in 2015 in their debut, their last appearance as well in the AFC Club competition.
Persib Bandung from Indonesia in F4.
Dynamic Herb Cebu FC.
And rounding off this draw is none other than Dynamic Herb Cebu FC from the Philippines, runners-up in the league in 2024. They made their AFC Club competition debut in the 23-24 AFC Cup.
Dynamic Hub Cebu from Philippines in H4.
Wow, that is it. Hamadi, thank you very much for that great effort. Shin, thank you very much for being such an outstanding draw conductor. So there we go, the 8 groups for the group stage of the AFC Champions League 2. Let's recap what we have just seen in Group A. Al Wakra SC, Traktor FC, Mohan Bagan Supergiant, and FC Ravshan. They make up Group A. Group B is made up of El Town FC, Air Force SC, El Khaldia FC, and Altin Asir FC. Group C's foursome is Fulad Mubarake Sepahan SC, Sharjah FC, FC Istiklal, and A Al Wedat from Jordan. And Group B is made up of Shabab Al Ahli, PFC Nasab, Al Hussein, and Kuwait SC. Those are the teams from the West region. Let's take a look at the East region now. Group E is made up of Sanfrecce Hiroshima, Sydney FC, Kaya FC Iloilo, and Eastern. The foursome in Group F are Zhejiang FC from China, Port FC from Thailand, Lion City Sailors FC from Singapore, and Indonesia's Persib Bandung. Now in Group G, we have Bangkok United, and they'll be joined by Namdin FC, Liman, Tampines Rovers FC. And finally, Group H is made up of Jeongbuk Hyundai Motors FC, Selangor FC, Muang Thong United, and Dynamic Hub Cebu FC. That is the draw. I hope you enjoyed that. Gentlemen, I would like to invite the two of you to please kindly join me at the front of the stage. Thanks again, Hamadi. I would like to ask Shin a question, because Shin has been a man who's been working very, very hard for the last few months with this new revamp of this competition. Now that it's done and dusted, you've seen the results. What are your thoughts?
When we are designing the competition format, our expectation for this Champions League to be as exciting as any other club competitions in the world. But now, after draw, looking at the groupings, I'm more than confident that Champions League 2 will be recognized by the fans as the top-tier club competitions. And it looks every club has an equal opportunity to win the competition.
Well, it certainly looks very, very competitive, and it's very exciting. I'm sure you're all looking forward to it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the group stage draw for the AFC Champions League 2-24-25 season. I enjoyed that very much, and I hope you did as well. And now don't forget, all the group stage action is going to kick off in just 1 month's time. 17th of September, that's the date you need to mark down in your calendars. As always, the AFC's digital channels and the AFC Live app will bring you all the latest news and analysis. So do remember to tune into that to stay updated. And we also have the league stage draw for the AFC Champions League Elite. That's coming up very shortly, starting at 5 p.m. Kuala Lumpur time. So be sure to stick around for that. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks to all of you for coming along today. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.